welcome back to our lives, and today we're going to be talking about cats versus dogs. So I'm very much a cat person, and Ashley is a dog person, and how we make that work. So
I say it overlaps a bit, though.
it does.
Yeah.
It does overlap a bit. It's not that I hate dogs. I just prefer cats.
Yeah. So why you should get a dog instead.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
All right.
Ladies first.
Okay, so dogs connect you to other dog owners. So there's a lot of dog people. I think that's a good way to get conversations going at work or something. So talking about your dog, most people have one, and we'll talk to you about their pet as well. And normally it's a dog person thing. Or if I'm walking the dog outside, people stop and talk to me about their dog. It's more of a dog person thing than a cat person thing, I think.
I think you're right, yeah. People don't ask me like, oh, how's your cats?
Yeah.
I mean, I just be like, oh, he's just sitting in the window, staring outside. Yeah. Well, I think cats are better because first thing is they self-train. I've never had to potty train a cat. Like, you get a cat, you get a box of rocks, it takes care of itself. It's the best thing. So, yeah. And maybe it's a personal flaw, but I don't have the skill that it takes to train a dog. I know this from experience. Many tries.
Yeah.
Many tries.
There are various levels of training a dog, too. So.
Yeah. I mean, you can train dogs to do tricks, but cats will,
Yeah.
I would like, I saw where someone had trained a cat to use their toilet instead of a litter box. I would like to learn how to train my cats to do that. That would be pretty awesome.
That would be pretty awesome. Yeah. So dogs provide a form of security. So you're not going to have any guests without you knowing it if you have a dog. No one's going to approach the house even without you knowing it if you have a dog. So there is that form of security. Not that my dogs would not attack anyone or anything like that, but they definitely let you know somebody's there.
Well, I think, cats, they don't bark. And to me, that's one of the pluses of cats. So while you do take away the security aspect, you also don't have to deal with the nuisance barking of every time somebody walks down the street or a car goes by or, the kids slam their door, like the barking.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I like about the cats. The most you'll get out of a cat is a saunter over to see what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
I just think cats don't bark.
Oh. Okay. Dogs cuddle or sleep with you. I mean, our cats will sometimes cuddle up to you, but not for very long usually. But yeah, it's nice to have a dog to cuddle with. I think that's why most people get them, because they want to pet them and cuddle them and sleep with them. When I got sick, my dog wouldn't leave my side. I actually had to kick her out of the bedroom. So it's nice to have that little cuddle up. I think that's the appeal to a dog for most people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can see that, and I think that is an appeal to dogs. I would say that cats can provide some level of companionship. There's a lot of single people that have cats. Especially if you have a busy lifestyle, I think a cat's a little more conducive to that. But yeah, I think dogs are definitely more cuddly. At least our dogs versus our cats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I think but cats are definitely less demanding. So, like, when Dutch comes over for a little attention, it's like 2 or 3 minutes. It max. Milo, he'll come over and just sit on you and go to sleep. But but for the most part, no, they just do their own thing, and so if you're the type of person that doesn't want, to walk in the door and have, the dog jumping all over you, then I think a cat's a great option because you can walk in, set your stuff down, and, the cat's maybe going to notice that you're here, but he's not going to be all up on you unless you haven't fed him or something all week, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, so dogs are trainable. You can train a dog to do quite a bit more than a cat typically. And, work on certain behaviors and things. The cat's a little tougher to tackle. Most of the time, when your cat kind of has like an undesirable behavior, you just kind of have to live with it.
I don't know. No, I would agree. I think dogs are very trainable. And that's one of the, for some dog owners, that is why they like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Is because you can train them to do tricks. You can, obviously like all the service animals that are dogs.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on emotional support animals.
Well, you can
Edit that out too.
leash train them to walk alongside you real well. I think a lot of people use it for that, especially if you like to walk or whatever. It's security in having the dog with you, and you can also train them very well to. And they have those emergency response dogs, which are like lots of different breeds of dog that actually just like go find a person and jump on them if you're unconscious. So.
Well, I think, one of the great things about cats is that cats reduce the number of pests that you have in your home, right? So, obviously mice. Cats will hunt down a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, like, I've seen our dogs go after a fly, but the fly has to get really close to the dog, whereas the cat would just get up on a high place and then leap across the room to get a flying insect.
Mm-hmm.
So, cats help maintain the home in a better way than dogs do.
Leaves, dryer lint. They hunt a lot of things.
They hunt a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah. But the
I think most people get a dog for some type of emotional support. Doesn't mean they're an emotional support animal, but
they are.
They are. Yeah.
I would agree with that. So,
I mean, some people like that their dog is very happy to see them when they get home and all in their face, like, oh, so excited you're home finally. I've been waiting in the window. I never left. See all the drool marks? I waited for you.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I've told people this story for a long time. But when my dad got disabled, he got very depressed. And then my brother brought home a little Chihuahua pug mix that his girlfriend had given him. And my dad was very angry about this dog being in our house. And John put it in a box and it sat there and yipped all night. And we woke up the next day and that dog was on my dad's lap and it stayed there for until he died. Totally saved his life because he was depressed and not doing well, which is pretty common story when you get physically disabled and you're not able to do the things you're used to doing. So
right.
I would say, dogs are a really great emotional support for their owners, Yeah.
I would say there's really nothing equivalent in stress reduction to just like petting my dog on the couch, petting my dog. There's nothing else I can really think of that is equally stress reducing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would say the number one reason why I prefer cats and I think this is probably true for a lot of people, is that cats are low maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the next to fish, I can't think of a more low maintenance pet. Like you can,
Right.
if you're going to be gone overnight, you can, as long as they have fresh water and fresh food, and you know, they have those automatic feeders and waterers now,
Mm-hmm.
where you can set them up for 2, 3, 4 days even, and they have their litter box and some toys, and they're pretty much good to go.
Good to go.
And it's not as big a deal to
Yeah.
try to get away, or if you have to go out overnight for work or something. It's a lot easier to do with a cat.
Yeah.
You know, it's just hard to do that with a dog.
Right.
And even with the automatic feeders and waterers, you know, like dogs are more susceptible. From what I've seen, I think dogs are a lot more susceptible to separation anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot harder on them than the cats. So
For sure. For sure.
for sure. So
Yeah.
yes.
So to put it into context, we actually have 3 cats and 2 dogs. So we have a Chiweenie. She's going to be 4 this year. We have a miniature golden doodle named Dip. He's going to be 2 this year. And the 2 cats, which we got as kittens on Father's Day.
It'll be 3 this year.
They'll be 3 this year, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have a Quasimodo cat that lives in the boys' room. An inbred barn cat that we got from my grandmother's farm, and we've had her for about 8 years now. And we don't make her live in there. She lives in there because she does not get along with any other animals and very few humans, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually prefers the company of teenage boys only, believe it or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Ashley's mom came over to feed the animals while we were on vacation, and was quite afraid
Yeah.
of the
Yeah, Fluff
that
did
cat.
not greet her in the kindest way, for sure.
Yeah. So tell me again about how cats don't provide security.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, if you have,
Good luck breaking into the boys' window.
yeah, if you have one of those cats, it's a very unique cat, for sure.
Very unique cat.
Yeah. So, bonus question. Who's your favorite pet?
Favorite pet? Well, I really can't. I have a hard time saying favorites, but I'd say I have a special place for Lady, you know, because she was the first pet that we got together,
Mm.
you know, and of all the dogs, I do like the Chihuahua-based dogs the most. But then I also am very fond of Milo. So it's kind of a toss-up. Depending on the day, it's probably a toss-up between those 2.
Yeah.
Milo or Lady.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's definitely Lady. My little buddy. Love my dog. I'm warming up to Dip.
He's a high-energy dog.
He's a very high maintenance dog, very lovable dog,
Yeah.
but very high maintenance dog. That's it. We're good.